Vandeyam Shri Guru Shri Yatha Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Scha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saguna Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shivashikam Vidam Sya Om Jnana Timarandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuramilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gaurva Bhistam Sapurakam Gurganara Sesha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasta Veda Nipanam Shri Rupa Patanugam Govindabhidam Ujwalam Varatanum Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Bande Vishwagurun Shah Divyat Bhagavat Premno Ebija Pranam Devam Divyatanum Suchanda Varanam Balarka Chelanchitam Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyam Buddhim Shri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Bande Tam Shubharam Mareka Sharanam Nyashishwara Shridharam Manshakopatarubyascha Kripasindubhyevacha Patitanam Pavenibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And this is the Madhya-lila, chapter 15, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya offers prashadam. And we're on verse number 92. The Lord is bidding farewell to all the devotees who have come from Bengal. They come at the time of, for the Gundicha Marjan and Ratha Yatra, and then after 4 months they go back. So, Etabole Ragavere Koila Alingane Emata Samanila Sarvabhaktagane. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then mercifully embraced Raghava Pandit. The Lord also offered all the other devotees a farewell with similar respect. Shivananda Sene Kohe Korea Saman Vasudeva Dattara Tumi Korea Samadan. The Lord also respectfully told Shivananda Sen, take care of Vasudeva Datta very nicely. Paramodari ho jai dina jai aishe se dine byayakore nahi rake se she. Vasudeva Datta is very liberal. Every day, whatever income he receives, he spends. He does not keep any balance. Grihasta hayana iho chahiye sanchai sanchayana koile Kutumba Bharana Nahi Hoy. Being a householder, Vasudeva Datta needs to save some money. Because he is not doing so, it is very difficult for him to maintain his family. Ihara garer aya byaya sab tomarastane sarakela haya tumi korea samadane. Please take care of Vasudeva Datta's family affairs. Become his manager and make the proper adjustments. Please take care of Vasudeva Datta's family affairs, become his manager, and make the proper adjustments. Mahaprabhu's telling Shivananda that. Prativarshe amarsa bhakta gana loya gundichaya ashibe samai palana korea. Come every year and bring all my devotees with you to the Gundicha festival. I also request you to maintain all of them. Kulina gramere kohes samana korea pratyabda ashive jatraya patadori loya. The Lord then with great respect extended an invitation to all the inhabitants of Kalinagram, asking them to come every year and bring silken rope to carry Lord Jagannath during the Ratha Yatra festival. Gunaraja Kana Koila Shri Krishna Vijay Taha Ek Bhakyatara Ache Premamoy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then said, Gunaraj Khan of Kolinagram compiled a book named Sri Krishna Vijay, in which there is a sentence revealing the author's ecstatic love of Krishna. Nandana Dana Krishna Mora Prananath Ebakye Vikainu Tara Mamsherahat Nandana Krishna Mora Prananath Ebakye Vikainu Tara Mamsherahat. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, is my life and soul. By this statement, I am sold into the hands of the descendants of Gunaraj Khan. The full verse referred to here is Ekbhave Banda Hari Joda Kori Hat Nandanandana Krishna Mora Prananat. With folded hands, I offer my prayers unto Krishna, Nanda Maharaj's son, who is my life and soul. Tomara ki gata tomar gramera kukur, se mora priya anya jana rahudur. To say nothing of you, even a dog living in your village is very dear to me. What then to speak of others? Tabe Ramanandara Satya Rajakan, Prabhura Charane Kichu Koila Nibedan. After this, Ramananda Basu and Satyaraj Khan both submitted questions at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Grihasta Vishayami Kimora Sarane Shri Mukhe Agyakora Prabhu Nibedi Charane. Satyaraj Khan said, My dear Lord, being a householder and a materialistic man, I do not know the process of advancing in spiritual life. I therefore submit myself unto your lotus feet and request you to give me orders. Prabhu Kohan Krishna Seva, Vaishnava Sevan, Nirantara Kora Krishna Nama Sankirtan. Mahaprabhu replied, without cessation, continue chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna. Whenever possible, serve him and the devotees, the Vaishnavas. Satyaraj Bole Vaishnava, Chiniba Kemone, Ke Vaishnava Kahatara, Samanya Lakane. Upon hearing this, Satyaraj said, how can I recognize a Vaishnava? Please let me know what a Vaishnava is. What are his common symptoms? Prabhu ko he jaramuke shuni ekbar, Krishnanam se puja shrestha sabakar. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, whoever chants the holy name of Krishna just once is worshipable and is the topmost human being. A Krishna name kore sarva papakoi, navabida bhakti purna nama hoite hoi. Simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna once, a person is relieved from all reactions of a sinful life. One can complete the 9 processes of devotional service simply by chanting the holy name. So there's a purport here. Let's see. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prabhu ko he jara muke shuni ek bar, Krishna nam se puja shrestha sahakar. Prabhu ko he jara muke shuni ek bar, Krishna nama se puja shrestha sabakar. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, whoever chants the holy name of Krishna just once is worshipable and is the topmost human being. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that a person who simply chants the holy name of Krishna once becomes perfect and should be regarded as a Vaishnava. This is confirmed by Srila Rupa Goswami in his Upadeshamrita. Krishneti yasya giritam manasadriyeta. With such faith in the holy name, one may begin a life of Krishna consciousness. But an ordinary person cannot chant the holy name of Krishna with such faith. One should accept the holy name of Krishna to be identical with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, transcendence himself, As the Padma Purana states, the holy name of Krishna is identical with Krishna and is like a Chintamani gem, a touchstone. That name is Krishna personified in sound and is therefore perfectly transcendental and eternally liberated from material contamination. Thus one should understand that the name Krishna and Krishna himself are identical. Having such faith, one must continue to chant the holy name. When one is situated on the neophyte platform, one cannot understand the devotional ingredients of a pure, unalloyed devotee. However, when the novice engages in devotional service, especially in deity worship, and follows the order of a bona fide spiritual master, he is a pure devotee. Anyone can take advantage of hearing about Krishna consciousness from such a devotee and thus gradually become purified. Anyone can take advantage of hearing about Krishna consciousness from such a devotee and thus gradually become purified. In other words, any devotee who believes that the holy name of the Lord is identical with the Lord is a pure devotee, even though he may be in the neophyte position, of neophyte stage. By his association, others may also become Vaishnavas. One is known as a materialistic devotee if he simply worships the deity of Hari with faith, but does not show proper respect to the devotees and to others. This is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam. Acharya archayam eva haraye pujam ya shradadhaye hate. Archayam eva haraye pujam ya shradhaye hate. Natad bhakteshu chanyeshu sa bhakta prakrita smrita. Yet even by associating with such a neophyte devotee, one can become a devotee also. When Lord Chaitanya was teaching Sanatana Goswami, he said, Shravan jana hoy bhakti adhikari, utama madhyama kanishta shraddha anusari, jahara komala shraddha, say kanishta jan kramit teho bhakta hoite utam, Rati prema taratam ye bhakta taratam. A person who has attained firm faith is a real candidate for advancing in Krishna consciousness. According to the faith, there are first class, second class, and neophyte devotees. One who has preliminary faith is called a Kanishta Adhikari, or a neophyte. The neophyte, however, can become an advanced devotee if he strictly follows the regulative principles set down by the spiritual master. Therefore, it is on the basis of faith and attachment to Krishna that one can judge who is a Madhyamadhikari or an Uttama-adhikari. It is thus concluded that even a neophyte devotee is superior to the karmis and jnanis because he has full faith in chanting the holy name of the Lord. A karmi or a jnani, regardless of his greatness, has no faith in Lord Vishnu, his holy name, or his devotional service. One may be advanced religiously, but if he is not trained in devotional service, he has very little credit on the transcendental platform. Even a neophyte devotee engaged in deity worship in accordance with the regulations set forth by the spiritual master is in a position superior to that of the fruitive worker and speculative philosopher. Ek Krishna name kore sarva pap koi, nababida bhakti purna nama hoite hoi. Simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna once, a person is relieved from all the reactions of a sinful life. One can complete the 9 processes of devotional service simply by chanting the holy name. Diksha Purascharya Vidi Apeksha Nakore Jiva Sparshe Achandala Sabare Uttare. One does not have to undergo initiation or execute the activities required before initiation. One simply has to vibrate the holy name with his lips. Thus even a man in the lowest class, Chandala, can be delivered. Anusanga fale kore samsarera koi chita akarshya karai Krishna premodoi. By chanting the holy name of the Lord, one dissolves one's entanglement in material activities. After this, one becomes very much attracted to Krishna, and thus dormant love for Krishna is awakened. Akrishti kritachedasam manasam uchatanam shamhasam achandalam amukaloka sulabo vashyascha muktishriya no diksham nacha satkriyam nacha purascharya managikshate Mantroyam rasanasprik eva valati Shri Krishna namatmaka. The holy name of Lord Krishna is an attractive feature for many saintly liberal people. It is the annihilator of all sinful reactions, and it is so powerful that save for the dumb who cannot chant it. That means persons who are dumb, they can't speak. They don't have the ability to speak. The holy name of Lord Krishna is an attractive feature for many saintly liberal people. It is an annihilator of all sinful reactions and is so powerful that, save for the dumb who cannot chant it, it is readily available to everyone, including the lowest type of man, the Chandala. The holy name of Krishna is the controller of the opulence of liberation, and it is identical with Krishna. When a person simply chants the holy name with his tongue, immediate effects are produced. Chanting the holy name does not depend on initiation, pious activities, or the Purusharya regulative principles generally observed before initiation. The holy name does not wait for any of these activities. It is self-sufficient. What?
That's interesting. But then people will say, well, then why do I need initiation?
But they're talking about fire sacrifice or things like that. But you have to and you don't need a formal initiation, but you have to receive the holy name from a Vaishnava. He has to transmit to you the holy name. You don't have to deal with formalities, but you have to receive the holy name from a Vaishnava. So the holy name of Lord Krishna is an attractive feature for many saintly liberal people. It is an annihilator of all sinful reactions and is so powerful that, save for the dumb who cannot chant it, it is readily available to everyone, including the lowest type of man, the Chandala. The holy name of Krishna is the controller of the opulence of liberation and is identical with Krishna. When a person simply chants the holy name with his tongue, immediate effects are produced. Chanting the holy name does not depend on initiation, pious activities, or the Purusharya regulative principles generally observed before initiation. The holy name does not wait for any of these activities. It is self-sufficient. Ateva Jaramuke ek Krishnanam Seta Vaishnava Korea Tahara Saman. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then finally advised, one who is chanting the Hare Krishna mantra is understood to be a Vaishnava. Therefore, you should offer all respects to him. Kandira Mukundada Sri Raghunandana Sri Narahariye Mukya Tinjan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then turned his attention to three persons, Mukundadas, Raghunandana, and Sri Narahari, inhabitants of the place called Kanda. Mukundana Share Puche Sachira Nandan Tumipita Putra Tomar Sri Raghunandana Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the son of Mother Sachi, next asked Mukundadas, you are the father and your son is Raghunandana. Is that so? Mukundadas Hare Puchi Sachiranandan Tumi Pita Putra Tomar Shri Raghunandana Kiba Raghunandana Pita Tumi Dara Tanoi Nischoy Koriyat Kaha Joka Samshai. Or is Raghunandana your father and you are his son? Please let me know the facts so that my doubts will go away. Mukunda Kohe Raghunandana Morapita Hoy Ami Tara Putra E Amara Nischoy. Mukunda replied, Raghunandana is my father and I am his son. This is my decision. So, shortly after Raghunandana had received Gayatri, his father asked him, I'm going away, so please take care of my deities. So Raghunandana's mother made the offering, and then she brought it, and then Raghunanda, he made the offering to the deity, but he saw everything was still on the plate, all the food was still on the plate. So Raghunanda got very upset and he began crying, and he told, my parents will punish me, why you are not eating? And because of the deep devotion of Raghunandana, the deity ate everything. And then when his mother came for the plate, she said, where is all the offering? And Raghunanda said, what do you mean, where's all the offering? You asked me to offer to the Lord, and I offered, and he ate everything. And she said, you rascal boy, what are you doing? The deity doesn't eat. But Raghunanda insisted, no, I offered to him, and he ate everything. And then she said, this is not so. Wait till your father comes home, which I also heard many times when I was growing up. Wait till your father comes home. So then when Raghunandana's father Mukunda came home, Raghunandana's mother said, this boy, he was supposed to make the offering, but instead he ate everything as himself. And his father asked Raghunandana, well, what happened? He said, what do you mean what happened? I was asked to make the offering to the deity, and I did, and first maybe he didn't take, but then I insisted, and then the deity ate everything. And why are people upset? And then Raghunandana's father Mukunda said, can you show me? And Raghunanda said yes. And so he made the offering, and the deity he could see the deity was eating, and Mukunda said, I don't see anything. And Raghunanda said, what do you mean you don't see anything? He's eating. And then Mukunda said, then you ask your Lord to allow me to see. And then Raghunanda asked, and then Mukunda could see. So now Mahaprabhu says to Mukunda, you are the father and your son is Raghunandana, is that so? Or is Srila Raghunandana your father and you are his son? Please let me know the facts so that my doubts will go away. Then Mukunda Kohe Raghunandana Morapita Hoy Amitara Putra E Amara Nischoy. Mukunda replied, Raghunandana is my father and I am his son. This is my decision. Amasavar Krishna Bhakti Raghunanda Hoite Ateva Pita Raghunandana Amara Nischite. All of us have attained devotion to Krishna due to Raghunandana, and therefore, in my mind, he is my father. Shuni Harshe Kohe Prabhu Kohile Nisjoy Ja Hoite Krishna Bhakti Say Guru Hoy. Hearing Mukunda Das give the proper decision, Mahaprabhu confirmed it, saying, yes, it is correct. One who awakens devotion to Krishna is certainly the spiritual master. Bhaktera Mahima Prabhu Kohi Kohiye Pai Suk Bhaktera Mahima Kohite Hoy Panchamuk. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very happy just to speak of the glories of his devotees. Indeed, when he spoke of their glories, it was as if he had 5 faces or 5 mouths. Bhakta Gane Koheshuna Mukundara Prema Nigura Nirmala Prema Jena Dagdahema. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then informed all his devotees, please hear about Mukunda's love of Godhead. It is very deep and pure. It is a very deep and pure love and can only be compared to purified gold. Bhai Raja Baidya Ihok Kore Raja Seva Andare Krishna Prema Ihara Janibe Kakeba. Mukunda Das externally appears to be a royal physician engaged in government service, but internally has a deep love for Krishna. Who can understand his love? Ek din mulecha rajar ucha tungite chikit sara bat kohe tahar agrete. One day, Mukunda Das, the royal physician, was seated with the Muslim king on a high platform and was telling the king about medical treatment. Henakali ek mayura puchera adani rupa shiro pari rupa no. Henakali ek mayura puchera adani raja shiro pari dare ek sebaka ani. While the king and Mukunda Das were conversing, a servant brought a fan made of peacock feathers to shade the king's head from the sun. Consequently, he held the fan above the king's head. Shiki picha deke Mukunda prema vista hoila ati ucha tunge hoite bhumete parila. Just by seeing the peacock feathered fan, Mukunda Das became absorbed in ecstatic love of Godhead and fell from the high platform onto the ground. Rajara Gyana Raja Vaidyer Hoila Maran Apane Maniya Tabe Koraila Chaitan. The king, fearing that the royal physician had been killed, personally descended and brought him to consciousness. Raja Boli Byata Tumi Paile Kontai Mukunda Kohe Ante Bora Byata Painai. When the king asked Mukunda, where is it paining you? Mukunda replied, I'm not very much pained. Raja Kohe Mukunda Tumi Padila Ki Lagi Mukunda Kohe Raja Mora Byadi Ache Mrigi. The king then inquired, Mukunda, why did you fall? Mukunda replied, my dear king, I have a disease like epilepsy. Mahavidagda Raja Se Sab Jane Mukundere Hoilatara Mahasida Gyane. Being extraordinarily intelligent, the king could understand the whole affair. In his estimation, Mukunda was a most uncommon, exalted, liberated personality. Raghunandana Seva Kore Krishnera Mandire Duare Papushkarini Tara Gaterupare Kadambere Brike Fute Barmase Nitya Dui Fulahoy Krishna Avatamse. Raghunandana is constantly engaged in serving Lord Krishna in the temple. Besides the entrance of the temple is a lake, and on its bank is a kadamba tree, which daily delivers 2 flowers to be used for Krishna's service. Mukundere kohe puna madhura bachan tomarakarya dharme dana uparjan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again spoke to Mukunda with sweet words. Your duty is to earn both material and spiritual wealth. Raghunandana Karya Krishna Sevan, Krishna Seva Bina Ihar, Anyana Himan. Furthermore, it's the duty of Raghunandana to always engage in Lord Krishna's service. He has no other intention but the service of Lord Krishna. Narahari Rahu Amar Bhaktagan Sane, 18 Karya Sada Korahatina Jane. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then ordered Narahari, I wish you to remain here with my devotees. In this way, the 3 of you should always execute these 3 duties for the service of the Lord. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu set forth 3 duties for 3 different people. Mukunda was to earn money and follow the religious principles, whereas Narahari was to remain with the Lord's devotees, and Raghunandana was to engage in the Lord's service in the temple. Thus, one person worships in the temple, another earns money honestly by executing his professional duty, and yet another preaches Krishna consciousness with the devotees. Apparently, these 3 types of service appear separate, but actually they are not. When Krishna or Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the center, everyone can engage in different activities for the service of the Lord. That is the verdict of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sarvabhauma Vidya Vachaspati Duibai Duijane Kripa Kore Kohena Gosai. Out of his causeless mercy, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave the following directions to the brothers Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Vidya Vachaspati. Darujala Rupe Krishna Prakata Samprati Darshana Snane Kore Jivara Mukati. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, in this age of Kali, Krishna is manifest in 2 forms, wood and water. Thus, by enabling the conditioned souls to see the wood and bathe in the water, he helps them become liberated. Daru Brahma Rupe Sakat Shri Purushottama Bhagirate Hoya Sakat Jala Brahma Sama. Lord Jagannatha is the Supreme Lord himself in the form of wood, and the river Ganges is the Supreme Lord himself in the form of water. Sarvabhauma Kora Daru Brahma Aradan. Sarvabhauma Kora Daru Brahma Aradan. Vachaspati Kora Jala Brahmera Sevan. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, you should engage in the worship of Lord Jagannath Purushottama, and Vidya and Vachaspati should worship Mother Ganges. Murari Guptere Prabhu Korea Lingan Tarabhakti Nishta Kohen Shune Bhaktagan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then embraced Murari Gupta and began to speak about his firm faith and devotional service. This was heard by all the devotees. So tomorrow I'll continue. Now I'm going to go up for the conference that we have with the Spanish devotees. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama. Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama. Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan. Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan. Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan. Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra. Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra. Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghuna. Jai Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghuna. Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghuna. Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghuna. H.I. Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan. H.I. Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan. Jahoite Vignana Shabista Puran. Jahoite Vignana Shabista Puran. H.I. Gosai Jar Mui Taradas. H.I. Gosai Jar Mui Taradas. Tasabar Pada Renu Mora Panchagras. Tasabar Pada Renu Mora Panchagras. Kader Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanibas. Kader Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanibas. Janame Janame More Abhilas. Janame Janame More Abhilas. H.I. Gosai Jabe Braje Koilabas, H.I. Gosai Jabe Braje Koilabas, Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash, Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash, Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan, Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan, Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majai Aman, Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majai Aman, Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas, Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas, Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamodas, Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamodas, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Haribo. Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharva Govinda Sundar Ju Ki Jai. Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Ju Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Sananta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishordas Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Bharga Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Ragana, Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Ragana, Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai, Prem Sigo, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi, Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai, Sri Chaitanya Bhagwat Ki Jai, Narottam Srinivas, Shamananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vishvavaranya Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmalacharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Acharya Vrinda Ki Jai. Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Soquel Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Govardhan. Sham Guna Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Jo Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. All the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo.